Hello, welcome back to Cooperative Conversations for Halo 3, where we have yet again followed a ship through a portal that opened on Earth. Because there's nothing new under the sun, and you're certainly not going to find anything new in Halo.
Oh, but look, this one's different. It's not a ring, it's a star.
There's no reason for it to be shaped like this.
Group 6, staggered line. Shipmaster, they outnumber us 3-1.
Then it is an even fight.
All cruisers, fire at will.
I know
Burn
I've
their
heard that
mongrel
line in
hide.
Oh, that's absolutely stolen from somewhere.
True ship isn't taking part in the attack. He must have gone to ground.
Roger that, ma'am. We're on him. Kick the door.
Oh, by the way, every single Pelican has a new cockpit configuration in the 10 minutes between games.
Yeah.
So it can look even more like aliens.
Hey, remember the cool landing sequence from Halo 2? Now we get to do it again. Except, you know, Star Wars Episode 3 had come out, so they get to rip that off.
Oh hey, there's that shot from Aliens.
I don't know if I can fully express how badly this story is written.
Alright, pop the hatch.
So do these, like, create vacuum seals somehow? Because they were in space.
Yeah.
That's some.
Something that's pressurized for vacuum should not be so easy to open.
Should have sucked all the crew out if they weren't seatbelted in. Which they aren't, by the way. You'll see them just walk out of the jump seats in a second.
Yeah.
Go, go, go!
Well, now we're on this game's place. It's
a desert.
At least this one has the excuse of being explicitly a place to go after the rings fire.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why it's livable. I don't know why you put a desert there.
Yeah. I was about to say, that's why they put an arid, unlivable climate on it.
Yeah, presumably you can be like, oh, it's for any number of species. It was for the Forerunners. Presumably they knew how they liked to live.
You know what they valued? They valued stunning vistas in a variety of biomes.
Yeah. Oh, first of all, let's look up here. Look, it's the Milky Way galaxy.
Hey, that thing that I'm from. So I got a question. That sunlight, right, or that light, whatever's providing light up to the up there, right?
Hey, focus.
What
Okay,
is
so,
that?
Sorry. That guy just called attention to the sky, okay?
Oh,
so, like,
oh, yeah,
by this point we would have looked up and seen this.
Yeah. Just remember that.
Keep that in mind.
So yeah, that big blue ball that's providing sunlight, what is that? Are we orbiting a star?
Maybe? You couldn't really see from the cutscene.
No. Like, is that just there because they realized they needed something to justify the daylight? And they just put a big glowing orb in the sky bar?
Does that mean that, like, this place experiences perpetual daytime?
It must.
Because I don't think something like this could really orbit that well. It looks horrendously unstable and fragile.
It's bowl-shaped. There's, like, it's shaped in such a way that you literally cannot not have daylight.
Yeah. Oh, and look, now we're sniping. Remember this part from Halo 1?
And Halo 2.
You all saw that, right?
I didn't, but it'll be in the footage.
Let's hold here.
I help.
Don't let them escape.
So, another thing that I would like to call attention to is that, like, they have all this stuff going on in the background, phantoms flying by, you see explosions up above the structure, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Neat.
So there's this big battle happening, yeah? So we saw that all of the fleet that were on Earth went through the portal. But we know that well, we don't know, but last we were told, the fleet attacking Earth wasn't all that big, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we followed them through with what? Shipmaster's fleet?
Yeah.
So it's a single fleet fighting a single fleet, right? But then while that fleet action is happening, there's also like phantoms and pelicans and banshees flying around shooting each other, and they're deploying forward operating bases.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Covenant had time to set up installations. Yeah.
That thing will tear the Dawn apart.
Will it? We've seen one of these things fire. They don't seem that intimidating, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest.
Remember, it could shoot once every, like, 15 seconds.
I'm pretty sure a naval carrier now could outmaneuver that.
So, if it's not clear, we are fully in the second act of Halo 3.
Yeah. I don't blame you if you didn't realize that. The game kind of just swooshes in.
Yeah, if you've played Halo 3 before, you know this. If you haven't, well, I'm gonna spoil it. Halo 3 is a very, very short game, to its own detriment. Like, hugely to its own detriment. It's 8 missions, including a prologue, which was a cutscene. It has...
So 7.
Well, no, it is 8 missions. It's 9, but one of those is the prologue. So 8 missions plus the prologue, which is just a cutscene. This game does not give itself anywhere near enough time to breathe. It's kind of embarrassing for this to be like a massive flagship title, end of a trilogy, oh, right? And it's just like, it can't wait to be done. It doesn't do anything with its running time. Most of the missions we've done so far are just retreads of missions from Halo 2. That's only going to continue.
Well, you see, the thing is, they only had 1 act's worth of content from the cut Act 3 in Halo 2, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to come up with new stuff.
Which we don't even actually do.
Chief, I'm giving the brutes all I've got. But
Right?
this is a heavyweight fight. Dawn's only
Like-
got the tonnage to last a few rounds. Find me a place to set her down. Over.
So ask some of the other ships for help. There's like 20 of them. Because like the whole thing about them having to cut the level where you fight through High Charity and through the weird Eiffel Tower, like, they could have just done that. That could have been the opening of this game. But it wasn't, because, oh, we needed the cinematic shot of Chief falling to Earth. Oh,
Yeah.
we have to establish him as a Jesus figure.
Oh, hey, so another one of them. Or is this the first terminal?
This is the first one.
Okay.
So we talked about this earlier. This is a terminal. It provides deep lore, TM. Here you can learn about things that have no bearing on the plot of this game whatsoever, are not mentioned by anybody in this game at all, and will never be brought up by anybody related to this game ever. You can read some of these things. It literally doesn't matter.
And then it stops you from reading the thing.
And it stops you from reading the thing because why not? Now you can wait for this really long animation and read another thing. Eventually. Eventually. Cool. Categorization has sped since the improvements were announced, but there are many hurdles. The indexing of sentient species may have irreversible effects on the surviving insentient species. We will have extinction events, irreparable environmental harm on at least 18 worlds.
Commander's counting on us to secure her LZ.
Current projections estimate post-archival cataclysm on as many as 31 worlds. Like, this doesn't matter. This isn't about anything. This isn't about anything. It doesn't matter.
But the deep lore. Also, it's funny because like I've got a grander picture, or, like context for that. Kind of, not really, some. So they're talking about, oh, we're indexing all of the species because we're going to put them on the Ark and then fire the rings, right?
Is that what that means?
Why? Well, I guess, right? It must do, because, you know, what else would it be? The point is that if you're moving all the sentient species onto here and you're going to fire the rings and you're worried about the effects of moving the sentient species will have on the insentient species, why do you care about that? What, you're worried about microbes dying out, I guess?
You know what could have really helped that endeavor, if that is what they were going for? They could have created, you know, this arc, it's huge, right? It's massive.
Yeah.
Possibly, you know, tens of times the surface area of any world. What they could have done is put one-to-one scale recreations of those worlds' continents and land masses inside, you know, specific little barrier oceans that give them the full expanse of their own world, so that the transition is extremely easy. They can reseed them with the same plant life and, you know, biological life.
So what you're saying is they should have ripped off Niven even more.
Well, since they started, why didn't they do the parts that make sense?
Well, because if everything makes sense, then you have a clear explanation and it's not mysterious and deep.
You couldn't convince people to buy more of your licensed fiction if you told the story in the video game they already bought.
I mean, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? Is that they wanted a media franchise. They didn't just want to make games, right? Microsoft wanted to make bank. But here's the thing, you can't shift the blame of the writing onto Microsoft because, you know, Destiny has all the same problem.
Yeah.
So...
And you know what's funny about me saying, you know, these terminals are useless, nobody mentions them at all?
Yeah.
Spoilers for you, Skelzor. The entire plot of Halo 4 is dependent upon you having read every single one of them.
Oh, awesome. Those things that I'm given literally no reason to care about.
No reason to care about. Absolutely nobody mentions you reading them. There's no point, right? There's no point in this game to read them because they don't matter. No, I tried. But, oh, you know... Better have read them, because otherwise Halo 4 won't make a damn lick of sense.
Awesome. Awesome.
And you know what the best part is? They don't even try in Halo 4 to explain any of this information. It's just kind of like some things are said in the very beginning of the game and Master Chief is like, oh yes, I understand, because I of course read the terminals from the last game. I fucking hate Halo 4. Its story is worse than this one's.
Ouch.
But you know what? Paradoxically, it's the best told of the entire series. Because people do go and say all those things we say that they should say. There are those little lines of dialogue.
Let's find that LZ.
Anyway, look, it's the Prowler. It's the Spectre.
But brute.
But brute. Anyway, we're playing Halo 3. We don't want to talk too much about Halo 4 quite yet, because it's not it's not even out at the moment, at time of recording. It's not even out on PC.
No, we still got a whole game to get through before we get Halo 4.
Well, we have two. We have to...
Oh, right! Yeah, Reach. Yeah.
I like Reach.
Yeah.
It
Reach
tries.
still has a lot of problems.
Oh, Reach has a ton of problems. It has all the problems this game has, but like it feels like they tried a little bit, as opposed to this game not feeling like they tried at all.
So yeah, crashed Phantoms. So that ongoing space battle is apparently quite devastating. Too bad we're not being told anything about it.
Or like participating.
I don't know, we saw the Covenant setting up a gun, and then we stopped it. A gun that couldn't threaten, you know, an interceptor, let alone a capital ship. Or a frigate.
Good thing the incredibly high stakes of a flood invasion on our home planet is far behind us, and we're doing the same thing we have been doing forever. I'm glad the stakes are so low, otherwise I might be worried that Master Chief wouldn't make it. But given that he's the super powerful Jesus figure, I know that he will.
Well, we're here to stop the flood when they get... Because when they get to Earth, we're going to need some sort of solution instead of, you know...
Wouldn't that have been interesting? Trying to put together an evacuation for as many humans as possible than just going to the Ark and being like, fuck it, let them fire the rings, I don't care. We'll go back to Earth in 50 years. Oh, I tried. Is that a bad guy? Well, it was. But, you know, we can't challenge people who are playing Halo with complex moral decisions and, like, actual... any hint of a dark sort of tone.
Well, no, because that would put bad vibes on our fun 30-second combat, right? Also, as you know, dark immediately means super edgy, crawling in my skin Linkin Park.
Yeah. Which the 14-year-olds who play Halo, you know, they hate that kind of stuff.
Cut my life into pieces, this is my last resort.
Oh.
You have perished.
Maybe that's what I get for... Oh, you died?
Yeah.
No, it hadn't told me that you were trying to respawn. Yeah, this is what we get for bad-mouthing this game so much.
We're so focused on deconstructing the narrative that we're too distracted to play well. That's the excuse I'm going to use and stick to.
I mean, I understand what you're going for, but that would imply that it takes any sort of cognitive ability to deconstruct this and find massive plot holes.
Swell. Ow. I just got harmed very badly.
That sucks. Like, is it just so much to ask for that people take pride in their writing and, like, try ever?
Yes, it is. Because you don't need to try to make money. You just need to convince people that something's good. Popular equals good. Come on now, you know this.
Yeah. And nothing's more popular than Halo, so therefore nothing's more good.
See, now you're getting it. Now you're cotton it on. So all we gotta do is spend, you know, $500 million on marketing, and we're in there.
Damn. Focus almost got a wing shot off. But we spotted a structure on the other side of this wall. It matches Cortana's description of the map room on the first Halo ray.
A cartographer. Good. Should help us fix Truth's location. Secure the LZ, then we'll push through that wall.
Roger that. Follow my Pelican, Chief. The LZ's this way.
Oh, cool. More backtracking.
They never decided to clean us up.
So, oh, there's another chopper over here.
Cool, I'll come grab it. So it sure is handy that the Ark, a structure built for an explicitly different purpose than the Halo rings, has a control room to fire all the Halo rings that looks exactly like the control room on the Halo rings.
I mean, I guess if you're here, it's kind of just like, well, we're gonna fire this stuff now.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that the control room is laid out and built to look exactly identical, when it's like, I don't know, you'd think the Ark could have some sort of central hub to it, considering its layout that we were shown. Maybe I'm just being too nitpicky.
I think by this point we have to resign ourselves to the fact that we will never, ever get any information about the locations we visit. Because it wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, I guess.
LZ's through the cave, sir. Watch yourself. Got Covenant heavy armor.
Covenant heavy armor, I know what that means. Would have been cool if they introduced some more vehicles, like another sort of like super heavy thing. Right? Like not just the Wraith.
Like a brute version of a tank?
Yeah. You know, maybe that whole thing about them collecting human weapons as trophies in Halo 2 could have paid off as them, like, you know, they constructed their own version of the like, main battle tank that fires like a giant spike or something.
I mean, it could have a flamethrower as a secondary turret that someone puts it in. So then you have a vehicle with a flamethrower for a turret that might be handy for certain later encounters.
Yeah, maybe.
Cough. It's okay. It doesn't. None of this matters.
I just want to know why, after they added so much to Halo 2, they totally phoned it in with Halo 3.
Because they were too busy adding the Forge and multiplayer.
I guess.
Because remember, no one actually cares about Halo's story. Right?
Yeah, you don't
Except
play the
everyone
video
who
game for the
cares about
story.
the lore. Well, that's the thing. No one cares about Halo's story until you say something bad about it, and then everyone's a fucking professional lore scholar, right? Like,
yeah, suddenly fucking weird Bungie intern guy who shit out half a script in 20 minutes by just saying, "What if aliens but zombie?" You know, that would imply that he doesn't know what he's doing.
Commander, bring her down.
all right, here we go.
Roger that. Beginning my descent.
Look,
Oh.
up high. Here she comes. Is the Dawn rated for atmosphere? I guess we're gonna find out.
I mean, yes, it was. We saw it in atmosphere multiple times.
So here's the thing, reckon. There it was. The only time someone asks a fucking question in a Halo game.
Yep. And instantly
And
told
it did
not
Halo-
to think
yep.
about it. Also, I
Yep.
would like to point out, Master
Thanks,
Chief,
Chief.
apparently heavier than the wreckage of a
Come to
Wraith.
the back of the frigate.
Yes.
Can
So
you at least
Wraiths
get a
lay,
picture of the
must
cartographer?
weigh less than a ton or half a ton?
Remember, Master Chief altogether is like 800 pounds.
Don't
600,
worry,
800?
I've got a plan.
They're about.
If we can't fly over the wall, we'll go right through it. Chief, take one of the tanks. Lead the way. If you find any locked doors, Spark will be happy
So
to
if
pry them
these
open.
frigates just have bays full of like vehicles on them,
All right,
why
Jim,
has no one ever
you
tried
heard
to
the
do
lady.
this before?
I mean, we saw the...
This one seems in very good condition.
Yeah, thank you for also telling me to get a tank.
Mount up. Let's roll.
I mean, you saw the vehicle bay in the beginning of Halo 1. Oh, all the lighting just changed.
Yeah. Because it just reloaded all the areas that we were in because there's new enemies there now.
on us. Fire a will.
Whoops. Remember, folks, this game only barely ran on an Xbox 360.
Strike you.
So if you listen to the Marines on your tank, you get that.
Mm-hmm.
Memorable Joak.
No, he didn't say it. So I accidentally got in the turret the first time, which is something to say because I accidentally got in the turret.
Beats everything. Oh man, I could do this all day.
So yeah, the Scorpion in Halo 3 is no longer main gun and then machine gun controlled by driver. There's a separate turret seat.
Yep.
You okay there?
Yeah. Just hitching a little. But
I
yes,
noticed.
they added a turret because it made multiplayer more interesting, right? But you know, they added a turret where the gunner is completely exposed from all sides except the front.
Yep.
Which, you know, I don't think we've actually done to a combat vehicle since like the 90s.
Time for medicine.
When we
Well, I
learned
mean,
it's a
if
really
it works
bad
for the
idea.
elites having their feet hanging out of the Banshees. Basically, nothing in the Halo universe is well designed, and would absolutely be a death trap for anybody trying to use it.
Well, that's because they're designed bad on purpose to facilitate gameplay.
Which, you know, fine, function over fluff.
Yeah.
Get upstairs. Have your robot fix that lock.
Oh,
look,
don't say that, Reckon. You've been talking about nothing but fluff this entire series. People are going to say you're hypocritical.
Well, you're also our ticket through this.
I guess. I don't know.
Mine.
Got him.
So yeah, we're back at the same area. And now we have the
I think
tank.
now we have a tank.
Don't know why we
Sorry.
couldn't just go to the other area first and then come here with the tanks.
Well, because we had to come here and find out that the door was locked.
Right.
Oh, you need to do that like all the time.
A scout couldn't, like, have reported that to us or something.
No, remember, we, as a super high-ranking military officer with a multi-trillion-dollar combat suit, are a frontline grunt who does every piece of work. We are the scouts, we are the recon, we are the LZ clearing.
You are not to abide such robust security protocols. 1 month later.
You blocked him.
Oh, he's
Wow,
trapped inside the Phantom.
That's, hang on. Let's see if we can
Oh, no,
jar
the door's
him
open.
loose. Well, no, let's see if we can jar him loose.
Hold on.
He's stuck in there real good.
Well. Oh well, door's open anyway.
I'm sure he'll teleport.
Now we're in this place.
Yeah. New architecture style, kind of.
Let me get myself.
There we go. He like phased. Oh no, that's one of the
I
Guardian
wanted a
thingy.
piggyback ride.
Where the heck? He's not coming with us.
Whatever.
I don't think we can progress without him though, is the thing, so...
No, I'm pretty sure we can.
No, because this whole
there he
little...
is.
Oh, there he is, okay.
He found his way out of the giant gaping hole. Oh, remember
Yeah?
Forerunner shit?
This panel will activate a bridge.
Cool,
Hey,
we get
look.
to activate a bridge.
It's the bridge room.
Excellent.
Oh, look, another
Good
terminal.
work,
You
Chief.
almost missed it.
Link
Oh.
up with our armor on the far
Oh,
side
no.
of the wall.
You
Make
almost
your
missed
way
the
down to
gripping law.
cartographer.
I'm not gonna pay any attention to these because nobody in this story does.
It also causes the pacing to grind to a screeching halt whenever you do, which is fun.
Yup.
Sudden clarity. These sentinels were trying to deny access to the world. For a while, it was even though the threat was stuck in
Trying to get his dialogue, but he didn't come with
Yeah.
us. Oh, look,
now
it's
we
the
gotta
part
get out.
of Halo 2 or Halo 3 everybody likes the most.
Heads up, Marines. We got trouble.
There it is, the only Gauss Warthog in the campaign.
Hooray!
Yo, chick, sir,
Treasure it.
all yours. Let's hit that hostile armor.
Honk honk.
Still fires just as fast.
It also has a little spinning animation for the magazine.
Oh, so it does. I've never noticed that before.
It also has that weird, like, little thermal view screen.
Yeah.
I think they nerfed the damage on it, though.
Maybe. I don't know. It still hits pretty damn hard.
There's gonna be grunts on our 12. And Jack, apparently.
All armor, form up. Hit 'em where it hurts.
There we go.
He's still alive.
Oops, that's a tank. We need that.
No, we don't.
So,
Look,
as far as like a big, oh, it's an all-out assault, this is kind of the only one you get. Well, okay. The first one you get.
with the, well, there was the, oh yeah, no, this is it, yeah. The first one.
Oh, that Wraith's still intact.
Nice, I'm gonna go pick up a Marine.
First line clear. Move up.
Yeah, Wraiths also don't fire as fast.
We hijacked the Wraith before.
Did we? I don't even remember. All these games are the same.
They kind of blur together playing them like this.
I'm about to die. Still need a gunner?
Surely do, can't seem to find a Marine anywhere.
Wraiths also got forward turret
Yes.
instead of the twin belly tooth guns that they had, the like, little fangs sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually use the secondary fire now, so that's nice.
So yeah, that's the control room right there.
Yeah.
Second line clear. Push forward. Scarab's back. This time it means business. Bravo, flank and cover. I want everybody supporting the chief. He'll take it down.
That was a good shot. You all saw that?
Yep. I love how they leave everything to the chief always, because the chief is Jesus, so...
Hi, Gareth here again with a very quick interruption. This line really caught my attention during editing because it exemplifies what I despise about this entire series writing. Mainly, how the Master Chief is not a character of his own, despite every fan's assertion that he is. Right here, someone has just told us what we're going to do. We, as in Master Chief, have not exerted our will upon the story. We did not decide what would happen next. A nameless supporting character who, by the way, is absolutely nowhere near approaching the same military rank we hold and has no business giving us orders, has told us what we're going to do, and we have to do it. This would have been an absolutely fantastic point for Chief to get on the radio and say something to the effect of, "Keep your men back. I'll take care of the Scarab." That would have done so much to not only make it feel like the person we're playing as has actual agency, But from a narrative perspective, it would have demonstrated very clearly that Chief has that much confidence in his abilities to do this thing. Here's this giant war machine that we've already killed 2 of, if we're counting the one in Halo 2 anyway, and Chief is now at the point where he knows what to do, knows how to beat them, even if he has to do it alone. But we don't get that. Instead, we get the same thing we always do. Oh, he said the Chief was gonna do it, so I guess that's what I have to do. Instead of, oh, Chief just said he'll take care of it. That means I get to do that. That's so cool. This is what Skelzor and I mean when we talk about the one single line. There are so many opportunities to inject actual character into this character, but they're just never taken. I know this sort of aside is kind of late in this entire playthrough series, but this single line about this stupid scarab right here is what finally broke me. There's nothing to this guy. Master Chief is not a character. He's a silent protagonist given some bullshit air of mystery and badassitude or whatever, but all he ever does is what even a stupid fucking grunt tells him to. Not a Covenant grunt, you know what I mean. I guess we'll just get back to it, whatever. Yeah.
Alright, so frag the legs first to get it to stay still. Cooperate this time. Shoot. There's a chopper on us. Whoa! Meant to do that, look at that.
Oh, good job in that case. Which one was I shooting? This one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Find that power core, Chief.
Power core's done. You might want to get in. Yep.
Good work.
So that's how quickly you can take one of those out. If you get a good angle on the power core. The bloom.
So much bloom.
Oh, behind us also.
Oh
Ow.
no.
Which explosion? The scarab or our warthog?
Not bad, Spartan. I saw that explosion from orbit. Truth's fleet lies in ruin. Find where the liar hides, so I may place my boot between his gums.
We'll know soon enough, Shipmaster.
I can't wait to be subtitling this and finally learn what he says there. I can't tell if he says gut, gums, or gun.
Shot.
And back down we go.
It's okay, the Pelican is slowly arriving. You got an angle here?
Nah, take a spec up.
Oh, I've got an idea. Hold on. Nothing? Oh,
I
there
just
you
can't
go.
see anything. In time, Pelican. Well, we gotta get up there, so.
Yeah, I guess they're waiting on us to hit the trigger. I'm not sure how this area works, to be frank.
Glad to have you with us, sir.
Alright, now we're on to whatever is up next.
Control room.
Right.
And more cutscenes that don't make any sense except to like be cool imagery. Because, you know, we haven't got enough of those yet.
Oh, invisible brutes, further cementing that they're nothing different than elites.
Or at least they get this cool, unique stealth suit. Oh, it's like the Crisis suit too. It's got like
Wow.
cloak engaged. Oh man, when Crisis came out?
2007.
Same time.
Yeah, we talked about Crisis.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
Chief,
Nope, here he
Fox
is. He
found an
opens
entrance
another
up top.
door.
Follow him inside.
Okay, now we get the little thing, right?
It seems I've crossed the circuit.
Well, let me have a look. Little bastard stung me.
I did not want you to come to any harm.
Got a
Yeah,
funny
because
way
he
of
was
showing.
racing towards that door.
Excellent. This way.
Oh, look, it's this room again.
Remember this? There's a brute peeing in the corner this time.
Is there?
Yeah, but we alerted them, so...
Oh crap! You caved him in.
Yeah, this guy over here, he's peeing in this corner. Find him.
Oh,
Yep.
classy. That's what Halo needed, right? Piss jokes? Because
Yeah.
this is an M-rated video game for mature adults and deep thinkers.
Clearly. I only play mature games for mature gamers such as myself.
Oh, we have a choice. We can go one of two ways, up or down.
In this digital world, there are over 3 things to do.
I wish there were 3 things to do.
Okay.
There just isn't a lot to talk about. So, like, this area, clearly more Forerunner architecture, but it's finally being realized as something with detail, like it was in Halo 2.
Continue downward.
Yeah, sure. Keeps a lot of the color palette from Halo 2, of, like, the warmer bronze.
Hmm.
But we still get to go down some right angles.
I think these areas are supposed to evoke the Forerunner areas in Halo 1 with their layout.
Oh, they
They're very
absolutely are.
similar. Right.
Owie. I guess that kind of is just me with Halo 3 in general. I'm just very apathetic about it. Like, I hate its story. I think it's very poorly written, as we've covered many times and will continue to cover many times. But, like, gameplay-wise, it doesn't do anything that Halo 2 didn't, so, like, there's nothing new to talk about.
There's plenty to complain about.
Like, in Halo 2, they added so much, and we could talk about how it affected the flow of combat, what options it gave you, and then in this, it's just like, what do they do? Well, they removed a bunch of the enemies, and didn't add anything.
Oh, but the new the Spartan laser.
Come, it awaits you.
We don't even know what that is yet. Okay, let's activate the cartographer. This one looks different than the one from before, so I guess, you know, gotcha.
Is this one,
That's
whisper quiet?
Galaxy. We're beyond the rim.
No shit, dumbass!
To be precise,
It's in the fucking skybox! Someone told you to look at it
I'd
already.
always assumed it was part of a shield installation, but it seems I was mistaken.
That's a first.
Not at all. While I had a complete understanding of Installation 04, my makers wisely limited my knowledge of all other strategic facilities. Compartmentalization, in case I was ever captured by the Flood.
Can you tell me where we are exactly?
Here,
And truth?
near one of the Ark's supraluminal communication arrays, I'm afraid. Unfortunate, the meddler has triggered a barrier, a defensive perimeter around the Ark's core. The barrier will be difficult to disable. How odd that my makers would place such a comprehensive defense around a single... Oh my.
What is it?
Phantom!
Spark, move.
We must get past that barrier, or the meddler will destroy it all.
So that's supposed to be them being real cute with the dialogue, because Spark is talking about something completely different from what you expect. But here's the thing: we only know what we're meant to expect because we've already played this game. So like, they're not playing on anyone's expectations at all.
Yeah, I always thought that, like, you know, he's just calling Truth a meddler.
Pelican's gonna land one level down.
Also, okay, head downstairs for evac, right?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Skull, are you carrying anything you particular? Okay, so it's right down here, right?
Yeah.
We've fallen from orbit. Why not just jump down? Oh.
They put a kill plane down there. So, you know.
You couldn't have
Instead
at
of,
least put, like, a roof over it? Or have it be even further down and have us go down an elevator?
Or even better, you could have had us drop down, skip a bunch of combat encounters, and then been like, you know, have funny dialogue about it.
Hey, look, my dead body's still here. That's cute.
They've perished. Oh, did you hear that? He had a bark for when when he killed me. He yelled out,
cool.
"I have killed the Arbiter."
Whoops.
No!
Oh,
at least somebody
I've never
cares.
heard that before. Yeah.
Hey, look, I have my brute shot back. That was all planned.
Tactical. But yeah, you can't really play on audience expectations if the audience doesn't expect anything. And, you know, given the state of this narrative, I think it's a little much to think that the audience is going to have expectations. Doubly so because you're definitely just sort of throwing shit at us as you go along. It's like, oh, there's a super weapon buried under Earth that'll turn on all the halos. Actually, it's a portal that leads to the Ark. It's not the real Ark, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, once you do that once, all bets are off. You can't keep playing on our expectation.
I have found a new weapon.
Oh?
It's
the
the Mauler. It's a pocket shotgun.
Yep.
You can
It's
dual
about
wield
as
them.
effective. Yeah. It's slightly more effective than the regular shotgun, not because it has better range or spread, but because it has a little knife on the bottom of it, so when you melee, you stab people with it.
Yeah.
And
I
it
wish
makes your
you got
melee...
more of an opportunity to use this in the campaign, but you don't, so... Ah, the radar jammer. Something that's very useful in the campaign.
Look, we made all the equipment. We gotta put it in there. Oh, another stealth brute.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them down here.
You know, I don't know if they show up on lower difficulties in this room.
I couldn't say. Well, we've come downstairs. Oh look, there's like a ring of brutes. They're doing something.
Hang tight, Chief. We're on our way.
Okay, so it's time
You
for a
gonna
little.
do anything we... Yeah.
This isn't exactly a boss fight because it's not like a unique character or anything, but it's kind of like a boss fight because this guy has a gravity hammer and he can turn invulnerable.
Well, it can't be a boss fight because we already killed Tartarus, remember?
Oh yeah. Also, I set that guy on fire somehow.
So yeah, his buddies have jetpacks. Oh, he found his way to me.
Yeah, I guess I should have seen that coming.
Should you have? Oh, this is bad.
He's already used his invulnerability. His helmet's off.
It's
so
less
just-
about that and more the fact that I'm cornered.
Here's the big guns.
Alright,
So yeah,
that was the boss encounter. It's cute. I guess it's still going on. Yeah, another thing Halo 3 doesn't have, boss fights.
yeah.
It tries to be like a little different with like its encounters like this, or something we'll see later. And you know, obviously the big scarab fights.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have like named characters to give a shit about.
No. Well, it has the Chief and Cortana, and their ongoing struggle to reunite or something.
Damn quick. Stand by for pickup.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
So yeah, this Pelican's gonna come in and pick us up, which it could have done on that upper floor, but we had to have another combat encounter.
Yup.
There is nothing about the design of that upper area that prohibits the Pelican from landing there.
It's actually even better because there's that giant open torus. But anyway, that's the end of this level and of this video. It's kind of a long one.
Johnson,
See you next time.
I got it.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, tell us we don't understand Halo.
Oh, I have a Twitch now. I stream sometimes. Twitch.tv/LordScalesor.
Yeah, do that.
We must keep the Prophet firmly at our sides.
But what about your construct? For solutions to the problem? With more data,
Farmer's right. We have priorities too. Until we kill Truth, stop the rings from firing, nothing else matters.